messed your whole napping session up. But look, we're good. Look at that. Okay, guys, this is going to be the video for the Gemini full moon, which is actually going to be the last full moon of the fall season. It is also the last full moon of 2022. So we are wrapping up the year with well, we'll be going into Capricorn season, but as far as the full moon cycle goes, we'll be wrapping up the year with the Gemini energy, okay? This moon will be happening on Wednesday, December 7th, and it is happening in 16 degrees. Breaks down to 7, speaking to the numerology, and it is also a 7-day when you break down the date. So as far as the numerical energy is concerned, this full moon is like a time of alignment for us, which is right on key for ending the calendar year. This is typically, excuse you, girl. Oh, get comfortable. Which is right on key. Typically around the end of the calendar year, this is when people start to get into that, new year, new me. Let me get all my stuff together. Let me, you stink. Did you just fart in my mouth, Citrus? Like, I mean, like, you didn't fart in my mouth, but like, gross. You gotta chill. Oh, this Band-Aid is not covering the cut. I'll just take that off. I've been doing too much today. What was I saying? Right on key, right on par. The screen is crooked again. Right on key, right on par for, end of the year alignment energy, getting things, clearing things out, getting yourself prepared to go into the next chapter, which is the next calendar year for most people. And then also 7 comes in with a little bit of this like truth energy, like epiphany energy. So this is also going to be a time where things are really becoming clear to us. Again, it is a full moon, and full moons are all about clarity and illumination and gaining insight into things. Speaking to the full moon, because I did not mention this, when we have a full moon, that is when we're having a moon and sun opposition in the sky, okay? It appears as if the moon is like a little big old brightly lit wheel of cheese in the night sky. As far as energy goes, like I said, illumination, clarity, intuition, and psychism, spiritual gifts, and all those things are typically heightened around the full moon, because we're talking about the moon, which does govern our emotions, emotional reactions, and just our ability to feel things is heightened around the full moon as well. Okay, is this? I don't think this is a super moon. I know the Capricorn one is. I know the Capricorn new moon is a super moon. Is this one? No, this one. Okay, this one is just a little normal moon wrapping up the year, wrapping up the full moon cycles for the year. Okay. All right, so let's get into the specifics for this moon. This moon is going to be in Gemini. Gemini is the sign of the twins, the constellation that depicts the twins. Because you guys know I also read tarot. In tarot, Gemini is the lovers. So even though we're speaking to astrology, when I speak about these energies, I sometimes incorporate those tarot interpretations into it too. So speaking to that lovers energy, and if you know anything about tarot, lovers is not always literally romantic lovers. Lovers is also a card of alignment and things that you're passionate about, that you're meant to be in, that you are meant to be mixing and mingling with. Citrus, girl, don't get rowdy down here. You had a rowdy day, girl. You did. You just gotta chill. You just got to chill, Kit Kat. Okay, so speaking to Gemini energy, Gemini is an air sign, adaptable, associated with intelligence, like innovation, things like that. Gemini is an imaginative energy, curious, intellectual. On the shadow side, Gemini can be a little ditzy. I hate to do y'all air signs like this, but on the shadow side, air sign energy operates as if they have like air in their heads, literally. Also being superficial, impulsive, aloof, and indecisive as well. Okay, so those are general energies that we'll be dealing with this full moon cycle. Either side of the scale, just depending on how your energy is set up, how you're feeling aligned right now. But speaking to the specifics for this particular moon, we've got 3 aspects that'll be lending to this particular lunar transit and giving some specific energies to it. Okay, so the first we've got is the moon is in conjunction with Mars, which is currently in retrograde in Gemini. Mars will be coming out of retrograde in the beginning of January, so we're right in the thick of it. The moon in conjunction with this retrograde planet does bring in this energy of like courage. There's also heightened like sex appeal. A lot of us might be feeling like wanting to step out, show up and show out, incorporating a little bit more like, you know, a little bit more sexiness into the way that we present ourselves. It is what it is. And also there's an energy of strength, and this kind of correlates with courage. I don't know, I'm having such a hard time talking today. Kind of correlates with kind of correlates with courage. Feeling confident enough to make the moves that we've been manifesting for ourselves. The full moon is the midpoint of the lunar cycle, but I like to speak to it as the beginning of the end. So this is the point where we cultivate. This is where you do the work to bring in the next chapter, to bring in the next chapter, to prepare yourself for what's coming in as you move into the next new moon cycle, next lunar cycle. Okay. There's also a trine being made to Saturn. Saturn is no longer in retrograde, so Saturn is direct. Saturn is in Aquarius, y'all. March of next year can't come quick enough. Your girl is in her Saturn return, which means I have Saturn in Aquarius. And like, I don't even have words. I'm gonna have to do a video on my Saturn return. I feel like after my Saturn return is over, but like, I don't even have words. I will be very happy when Saturn gets his ass up out of Aquarius and moves into Pisces, because I am so over it. But with that being said, tangent, moon trining Saturn. The trine is typically a good aspect when we're talking about the energies. It doesn't hit you like an opposition or a square. This brings in a little bit of patience. It also brings in this energy that gives you, again, going back to that confidence with Mars and the patience that I just spoke to here, the ability to deal with and navigate through difficult situations or through conflict. And this also brings in, what word am I looking for? This also brings in the regulation of our routines. So with this energy here, with the moon trining Saturn, for those of us that have been in this space where we've been trying to get certain things, create certain habits, get certain routines underway, and you've been falling by the wayside, or you're just like, you can't get a grip on it, this particular energy, this aspect will help you with that. Now again, no change without action, but this energy does help you kind of solidify those things. Saturn is a planet of foundations, okay? So just keep that in mind. The last aspect that I want to speak to here is a quintile. It's not a major aspect to Jupiter, but a little positive sprinkle in here. Jupiter is the expansive planet. I like when we talk about Jupiter. Jupiter is the good luck planet, the abundance planet, the growth planet. So with the moon making a quintile to Jupiter, there's this one right off bat, just this general positive feelings. And there's also this motivation to take a leap of faith, you know, wanting to expand, wanting to see what's out there. If you've been doing one thing a certain way, this is going to be a time when you're going to be looking at, okay, how can I build upon this? Okay. There's also this energy of thrill seeking. So especially if you've been feeling like you've been sitting quiet all year, like it's been kind of boring for you, or nothing has been rocking and rolling, this is definitely a time when you're going to feel a lot more impatient with that stagnancy, or with the lack of excitement. We're talking about Jupiter, so Jupiter is the expansive planet. It's associated with Sagittarius, which is the archer who shoots the arrows, and you go retrieve that arrow. So just be mindful. Anything that you are seeking, any thrill that you were seeking, anything new that you were wanting to try, go for it. But just be careful, be safe, okay? Because I think we will be in the middle of a retrograde at this point. No, not yet. So I wrote these notes a long time ago. Not recording the video a long time ago, but I'm like, oh, when is what? We won't be in the retrograde for Mercury. We'll be in Mars retrograde, but we will be in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. So just, keep it cute. Think things through before you do them, okay? And that's all I got for the rituals. I'm sorry, not for the rituals, for the aspects and the specific energies that we'll be dealing with for this full moon in Gemini. Now, very quickly speaking to the rituals for the full moon, as you guys know, I don't do major rituals unless it's my moon. So like, I'll be doing more for the Capricorn new moon and for the Cancer full moon that we start next year with. But as far as like these other moons that don't really have a lot of like heavy placements in my chart, like I don't have Gemini in my chart like that. I typically just do my rituals, work with some healing crystals, and work with the elements and work with my offerings. So as far as crystals are concerned, a couple of Gemini stones, citrine, ulexite, halite. I think yellow jasper might be a Gemini stone too. Typically yellow stones are associated with the Gemini energy. A lot of yellow, not typically, but a lot of yellow stones are associated with Gemini energy. Some white stones and clear stones too. So off the top of my head, ulexite, citrine, and what did I say, halite. Going back to the colors, I like to write my intentions in the color or work with that color paper. So I will probably, because writing in yellow just doesn't work, so I'll probably work with the yellow index card, and I will write my intentions. When you're doing full moon intentions, you want to work with the energy. Full moon is not a time for manifestation. Full moon is a time for cultivation, but not manifestation. So you don't want to write intentions speaking to new things that you want to see. You want to write intentions speaking to things that you need to gain clarity on, speaking to things that you want some insight into, things that you feelings that you want to release, baggage that you want to release. So for my full moon intentions, I typically will start my sentences with things like, I no longer, I have clarity on, I am aligned with, because the full moon is a time of heightened spirituality as well. And what else? I said colors, I said stones. I like to work with fragrances too, and I like to stick to the elements. Gemini is an air element, so I like to work with, I like to work with scents that are like kind of fresh and airy when I deal with air elements. So I'll probably work with something like linen because that makes me think of like fresh air. And then also getting into the element, excuse me, I need some water. Getting into the element and actually incorporating that into your own spiritual routines. You can just go outside and get some fresh air, literally. Go outside, do your rituals outside if you can, if it's warm. Even if it's not warm, go outside, take a couple of moments to do some breathing, to do a quick little meditation, to do some quick gratitude, something of the sort, or do some quick releasing, but just get a little bit of fresh air into your system and work with that for your rituals, okay? And that is all that I got for this. Oh, are you so comfy? You just comfy? Yeah? That's all I got for the energy as far as this full moon is concerned. The people that are going to be the most affected by this moon are, of course, people with a lot of Gemini, air sign, 3rd house, and 16-degree placements. Also, wherever you have those placements in your chart, you can expect to see some shifts or some changes. If you are a Gemini moon, this is definitely your time. So if your moon placement is Gemini, these energies will probably be really swirling and popping off for you around this time, okay? And yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys. Oh, quick plug. We are wrapping the year up, so if you are looking to get some insight into the year coming up, go on and check out the links in my description box. I do have a year ahead spread, and I do 2 different versions. I have a short version, and then I have a longer version, which gives you the base reading in addition to a card for each month. Of course, the one with them extra 12 cards costs more. I don't remember the prices off the top of my head, but click those links and book through those links if you are interested in getting some insight into what 2023 has in store for you. Also, because we are in Mars retrograde and we are coming up on Mercury retrograde, we are dealing with 2 out of the 3 most chaotic retrograde planets at the time. You might need a retrograde. You probably do need a retrograde reading. So book one with me. They are, at the time that I am doing this video, they are on sale for $35. They're regularly $50. That may or may not be true by the time this video actually goes up. It'll probably still be true because I'm probably going to forget to put it back to full price. So with that being said, I'm going to just probably pay it forward and give you retrograde readings for the sale price. Book one with me. For sure, I will be taking them off of sale once Mercury stations direct. So just know that. But yeah, book a reading with me. Pay it forward. Support a woman-owned, Black-owned small business, okay? And share this video with any of your Gemini placement friends, your astrology friends. Comment or questions if you have any of them. Subscribe if you are not already subscribed to keep up when I put out new astrological and spiritual content. And I think that is it. Oh, Thank you. The most important part, showing gratitude. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Happy New Year, because this is my last full moon video of the year. Thanks for rocking with me for another year. We are 5 years in, by the way, you guys. SunshinehazeCo hit 1 officially after like my official business filing paperwork. But as far as we've really been rocking, SunshinehazeCo did turn 5 on the 3rd of December. So happy birthday to SunshinehazeCo. And thank you guys for rocking with me and sticking with me for all this time. I appreciate you guys, and I will see y'all in 2023. Okay, Citrus, we're moving. We're moving. You're gonna have to kick it right there for a second, just for a moment. Oh, yeah. Don't get too excited, because you're moving. No, girl.